Good afternoon from Taylorville High School, Taylorville, Illinois. This is the IESA 8th grade state tournament, and it's Quincy Junior High Comet basketball right here on megasportsco.com. Hi, I'm Jeff Wellman on this Saturday afternoon. We've got a little action here, and it'll be state tournament just like last year. Coming in here, the Comets are 18-5, taking on Rockford Eisenhower, who we played last year in the semifinals. They're 23-3. We'll tell you how both those teams got here, but let's go back to last year on February 15th, the semifinal. After one quarter, it was tied 9-9. Halftime, Eisenhower, the Eagles led 22-18. Third quarter, 29-28, Eisenhower with the lead, but the Comets come away with the victory, 43-40. In that game, Tim Griffith had 12. Brendan Lepper had 9. Aiden Finney had 7. 6 scorers in the game for the Comets. On the other side, Danilo Vasic, remember him, he had 13. Cedric Lambert had 8. Aiden Cosby had 6. And Darian Lopez had 6 as well. Well, we come into today, and with the victory here, there'll be another game this evening, a chance to be in the semifinals. So it's all up to the Comets today to see how we do. And Coach Pettit, good stuff last year. Let's hope we got some good stuff today.
Well, you know, what you've got here is a battle of different types of teams. You know, Rockford. And the only thing I have is you know, what's going on now in the state tournament. But when you get this far in the season, you know, after 25 games or so, you kind of know what you are. Rockford wants to get up and down the floor. You know, they're averaging 60 points in 3 games, you know, coming in this. And, you know, the Comets, they're scoring, you know, they're giving up 19 a game, and they're scoring 32. We're going to have to play maybe in the high 40s, so I think pace in this game is going to be of the utmost importance.
It's the Mecca pregame show, and we're at the Mecca Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight. Better bed, less money. Quincy and Jacksonville, and we'll have the rest of the Mecca pregame show. We'll also hear from the coaches' comments when we come back. It's state tournament time. The Comets against the Eagles right here, megasportsco.com.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep Tight. Sleep Tight.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th, Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
This game is brought to you by Mecca Sports Co. You can find us at megasportsco.com, on YouTube at youtube.com/@megasportsco, and on Facebook at facebook.com/megasportsco. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss any coverage for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams, boys and girls. Get the play-by-play and color call from Wellman and Pettit exclusively on Mecca Sports Co.
And welcome back to the pregame show. Time for the coaches' comments. Brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, Faith, Family, and Giving Back. With me, the head coach of the Comets, who's been here before, Dan Belton. It is fun to be back here a second time.
Yeah, it really is. I'm excited to see the kids play in this environment. We got a tall task ahead of us today, but we're going to give everything we got and see what happens.
And when we do this, of course, it's a whole different group, because none of these 7th graders that are now 8th graders played last year on this squad, right?
Correct. So you know, every year is a nice little thing to kind of start fresh, I guess, if you want to call it that. But I'm just excited about these guys having this opportunity, and we want to make the most of it.
Some of the same familiar teams. O'Fallon won the first one already. We see Obama out here. Saw them last year, and I think there's one more team from last year off the top of my head. But how'd the week of practice go?
That's funny you ask. I would say the last 2 practices haven't been our best, but you know, they're 8th grade kids, and you just never know, you know, from one day to the next. So I'm expecting a good showing, and we plan to do that.
Everybody's healthy?
Everybody's healthy, and well, I mean, you know, we should be up. When you get to this stage, there's no tomorrow. So just we got to go out and battle, and luckily everybody's healthy and works, like I said, and injury-free, so that's all good.
I do remember who the other team was that came here last year. It's who we're playing, Rockford Eisenhower.
That's true, yeah.
Had these guys in the semifinal. I think it was 43-40 off the top of my head.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
A good ball game. We expect good ball here. Anything on them? Have you seen?
I mean, they got a really big guy in the middle. He's a really nice player. They got some guards that can create and give you, put a little stress on you from the dribble penetration standpoint. We got to contain the dribble. We got to make sure we're giving help. We got to make sure we're boxing out. And then we just also got to take care of the ball and make some shots. So if we do those things, we'll give ourselves a chance to win.
Well, we had in the sectionals, we had two big guys against us. We handled them pretty well. Of course, he fouled himself out there at the end, so we're very familiar with that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, everybody's going to find some size or have some size at some point. You just got to battle. You got to trust in what you do. You got to stay to your keys defensively and offensively. And, ultimately, we got to be connected, all five guys at one time on the floor. If we can do that, we can give them some issues probably too, and just take our chances.
Sounds great. We'll have a great game. We'll talk to you afterwards.
All right, thank you so much.
You got it, and that's Coach Dan Belt. His comments are brought to you by the Kunis Auto Group, faith, family, and giving back. When we return, it's the Quincy Comets, and we've got Rockford Eisenhower Eagles right here on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Kunis Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit Kunis Honda.
And Kunis Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit Kunis Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how Kunis makes it easy.
It's that time of year and spring is right around the corner. With Best Kept Sod Farm Services, you can rest assured that our team of landscape professionals will provide all of your landscaping needs. We offer sod sales, delivery, and installation, and also full-service landscaping solutions and property maintenance to achieve that desirable curb appeal. Don't wait. Call or text Best Kept Sod Farm today at 217-779-0620 to discuss your landscaping needs.
And welcome back. Pre-game show brought to you by Mecca Sports here at Taylorville, the Dolph Stanley court, which is awesome out here. And yes, we did check it out. They were the state champions. It was 1944. They were 45-0 in that year. That's before you had limitations on games. And nowadays, we're even starting to pick up with some of the shootouts in that, where games are being elevated from our day when you weren't allowed to play as many games. So Coach Pettit and Jeff Wellman here looking at the games already today. First game of the day, O'Fallon Carriel, 25-1. They beat Pekin Broadmoor, who was 19-4. Game number 2 just finished. Park Forest, Michelle Obama will not be in the championship game. They will not be winning it again, as they lost the last ball game 59-55 to Matson Colin Powell. So Colin Powell took on Michelle Obama and beat her in the first game. This game here at 1 o'clock, it's Quincy and Rockford Eisenhower. Eisenhower 23-3, Quincy 18-5. Wrapping up the day at 2:30, it's Bolingbrookes. Bolingbrookes, I love that. The Bolingbrookes 20-2, and Manuka 22-6 to wrap it all up. Semifinalists will play tonight, 5 and 6:30. And those winners will play, of course, and losers, because it'll be the third place game, and the championship next Thursday. Coach, this is some fun stuff, 2 years in a row. And how these guys got here was this way. Eisenhower beat Plano 61-12. Then they beat Rockford Flynn 62-61 to win the regional. They turned around and beat Lake Zurich North 45-42 to get here. Quincy beat Franklin, Springfield Franklin, 36-9. Beat Jacksonville 22-16, then turned around and beat Springfield Lincoln, who was undefeated, 39-32. And then the other night to Chatham on Monday night, Stephen Decatur, 42-37 with the victory, and that got Quincy their 18th victory, and that was a close one. LaRue, late in the game for Stephen Decatur, went up on a fast break dunk, missed the dunk, and then had his 5th foul. Crucial at that point of the game. It benefited the Comets.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the atmosphere here is great. You know, I mean, you've got, you know, quarterfinals of the state. And I kind of like the way they do it here. It's like old school where we used to do it in high school, where you play on Friday, all 4 of the quarterfinals, and then you got 2 games on Saturday. They spread it out a little bit here. You know, we're going Saturday and Thursday, but you know, I love having the 2 games in you know, one day.
Taylorville, of course, hosts the 8A and the 4A, 4A, I should say that. There are tournaments in 1, 2, and 3A. Later on at halftime, I'll try to catch up on that as they are in our program with all those teams. But the main game we're all concerned with is the Comets. You're watching the Comets warm up out there right now. On the other side for the Eagles, got a tall kid out there, and no listings of heights. But what do you think, Coach?
6'6".
There you go. Tall, lanky, M. Baker on his back there. So that's Mamadou, and I love that because the last time I had a Mamadou, it was Mamadou Cisse, 6'8", 6'10", played for Johnwood Community College, and that was a lot of fun there. And actually, calling out.
Well, you know, he's 6'6" in 8th grade. He'll probably be there, you know, in a couple, 3 years.
Yeah, check out the shoes
you know,
and see
which,
how.
you know, once again, you know, Rockford basketball is getting a lot better. You know, I mean, Guilford's very good, Auburn's very good. You know, these kids are probably half and half going either Auburn or Guilford. So those programs are going to get a lot better in the near future.
And a shout out to the cheerleaders. They're getting ready. And the other night they did a great job, by the way. I know early in the game they were in front of me a little bit. So little patience out there. They're doing their job. Like I told Penny at the Blue Devil game, I wasn't going to tell them where to be. She's the coach, and she was in line. And I said, they don't know who I was. And they did a nice job, and at halftime moved around a little bit there. So today they'll be down off the court, so you won't see them out here. You won't see Coach Arai's big head as well. As great atmosphere. Always love this place. Finished my high school career here in the regular season here in Taylorville. Mentioned that again last year there, but fun gymnasium, and it's loud.
Oh,
even with not a big crowd, the sound swirls and comes out and jumps at you. And when you got excited junior high parents, you know, in their first trips to these kind of events, very exciting. In fact, Marvelous Marv handles the officials. He was here last year. He does a great job talking to the fans. And by the way, he gives a shout out to Jeff Arp again. He knew Jeff Arp. Jeff was 1 year ahead of him at Milliken when we played ball over there. And it's Marvelous Marv. So, Jeff, if you're not listening, I'm sure somebody in Quincy will give a shout out to Jeff Arp. So,
well, if you've never been to this gymnasium, you need to come. You know, with the brick all the way around. You know, the concrete seats. You know, holding up the seats. This is old school. This is beautiful.
Indeed it is, as the teams have now jumped off the court there, waiting for the starting lineups. We'll have the starters here. And I don't know if we have a national anthem on the third game. I imagine I did it on the first game of the day. I'll tell you what, Landon Myers' grandparents, they got the best seat in the house. I'm going to give you a quick shot of them here down here. They're on the end down here, and you'll see them right there on the end. They got their own table. Pretty sweet there. I did say hi to Grandpa before the ball game. And we'll give a shout out. Scott was here, Dad, and I don't know if Uncle Josh is up in the stands or if he's home listening. So as we get ready, Blue Devils will be in their road blue, trimmed in that white, but also that gold, little gold in there. They were in their black pullovers, warm-ups. Last year they wore their TL54s as they had the long sleeves out here. Tom Lepper 54. I've got it in the bag, but I had nowhere last year to put it. I think it didn't stick to anything, and I was afraid to leave it as I've been leaving it places. Almost left it the other night at Galesburg until it fell down right behind us. All right, let's get our starting lineups here. First for the Comets. Coach didn't give me the starters, so I'm going to pull them up as he calls them out here from the public address announcer. Well, maybe we did have a national anthem here. Kind of quiet out here. 6 minutes quarters up on the board, of course, from last week. I was reminded junior high has 6 minutes instead of 8-minute quarters. Glad to be back again. Now, tonight, for all the Blue Devil fans, first of all, we're going to try to give you updates. The 1:30 game The Blue Devils from the girls' side are up at Sterling at 1:30, trying to get that last 2 victories in the Western Big Six. 3-3.
Well, this is a big one because I think the next one's against East Moline, and they haven't won a game all year, I believe. So, Awu's a good ball player, but I don't think she can carry them past the Blue Devils.
Not enough supporting cast out there. Not enough. That's at 1:30, and then tonight it depends. Comets win. We're here at 6:30 for the semifinal. Comets lose. We're back for the Blue Devils and Batavia Bulldogs.
The, players down.
Here you go. They did everybody there. Oh, they're announcing everybody there. I thought Landon. They announced. Oh, they went in order. Of course, our starters look this way.
Are sitting on the bench.
Landon Meyer had to go back over. He came over to be introduced.
Number 4.
Here we go. Beckham Ufkus, number 4, the 8th grader, one of our guards. He was the sportsmanship winner at Chatham. Caden Schultz, number 12. Hey, I think he's got a dad that has best kept sod farm. Number 22, Peyton Lubeck. I love it. The last time we had somebody coming out a little early. Number 31, that's Charlie Freiberg. And I think we had Landon Meyer already, so I didn't fire him out a second time. Head coach for the Comets, Coach Belt, and Carson Bowen helping out. That's Dan Belt, for those who are not familiar with him. Comets come in 18-5 on the season. On the other side, Rockford Eisenhower Eagles in white, trimmed in that gold and black.
Number 1, number 3.
Those are all your subs.
Oh, that's right.
Now it's first. The guys with their jerseys off, that's always kind of nice. Nice that they have their pullovers, though, with their numbers on the back. So if you did want a name, and, I meant to ask Penny the other night, I meant to get the cheerleaders' names so we can mention all the cheerleaders, and no one was around to give that to me, so I will, I might have to do it during one of the girls or guys games as we do a wrap-up there. Here's your starting lineup for the Eagles today. Eagles are coached by Derek Branch, assisted by Derek Carlton. First starter, number 4, that's Gary Cosby. He's an 8th grader. In fact, everybody on that lineup except for one kid, the 7th grader. Got a couple 6th graders on the lineup too. Number 11, that's Angel Diaz. The big guy inside, Mamadou Baker, 6'6". Well, they're only going to play with 3 guys since they have one 6'6" guy. They got 2 more guys. Maybe they changed it, but they didn't announce the last 2 guys. So we'll just wait and give that to you when they give it to us here.
Or when we see them out on the floor.
That is right.
That's when we'll know.
Then we'll know. We're ready here. The Comets and the Eagles. Brian Sample, the athletic director.
Number 12.
Thank him very much. Number 2, of course, that's.
And number 12.
Checking on that. Number 2 is Sharon Crawford. And number 12 is Lamar McDonald. Here we go. In the center circle, Lubeck. Oh, and the Comets win the tip. Ufkus gets the basketball in the half-court set. Right side, Schultz. Back out high to Ufkus. Ufkus goes in the high post, stepping in. Shot, and the first foul of the game. They take it to the big man. Baker's going to commit the foul, and Lubeck will go to the line to shoot 2, and that's if you're going to attack right off the bat.
Well, that's what you got to do against a 6'6" shot blocker in the middle. You got to go into his chest, get contact. He's going to try to reach and block it. You're going to get the foul.
Lubeck puts the first score for the Comets with 14 seconds in the first quarter. Second shot from the southpaw, good. 2 for 2 for Peyton. Comets drop back in the half-court set, man-to-man. Good movement on the perimeter here from the Eagles. Basketball was Diaz. Diaz back out to Baker. Marmadou sets a screen.
We'll keep him out there at 25 foot.
Oh, a block shot.
Travel.
He went up and down. Good call. If you'd have kept the hand on top of the ball, it would have been jump ball. But a block shot, he brought him back to the floor, traveling. Good defense. Comets are going to see some full court pressure. 1-2-2.
Yeah. Ball press.
In the backcourt. Again, you got to get across for 10. Exactly. 10 seconds. And that is the key there. Coach Belt's explaining the deep guys need to come up. We've had this conversation just last night.
I used to call it Pistons. You know what I mean? When you go against that 1-2-2, you catch the ball, you don't dribble. You look at the middle first, that's not there. You look up the sideline and bring somebody up. You know, if that pass is there or not, then you go to the other side and bring the other guy up and the other guy back, and you're shooting layups.
Baker trying to make a one-on-one move, and boy, he was determined that he was going to get to the basket. First score on the other side. Now it's 2-2. They jump back into that.
See, we're too close here. Got to be back here.
Beating the pressure. Kicks it out left side. Three-pointer. Good from outside. Three-pointer by Landon Meyer. Meyer with the three, of course, brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, woodmartbuildingcenter.com.
Well, once again, you get the paint touches or get close to it and drive.
Oh. No good on the three. Baker got the ball when it was tipped out. Luckily on the missed shot, the Comets get the rebound. Inside, Freiberg. Oh, Freiberg makes a nice move, shows the ball, and then gets it to his right hand off the glass.
Good take to the basket there. You got to hit the seams.
7-2 early in this one. Good hands out there by Lubeck. Ball goes down to the baseline. Eagles will have it. 4:07 left in the first. That's not halfway through. That's only 2 minutes, so a third of the way. Get a little math in here, basic math. Box out of bounds play goes to Baker in the corner. Back to the top, Crawford. Crawford now takes it to the hole. Lubeck's there, another block shot. And this time a jump ball. We held on to it a little longer. Caden Schultz came up with the block shot.
Well, yeah, the first thing I see is the defense that the Comets are playing. They're getting out, they're getting after it. They've held this team to 2 points in 2 minutes. Gosh, 6 times, 24, 25, we're good.
Alternate possession arrow goes back to the Eagles with the basketball. Baker setting a screen for Crawford. Hesitation dribble, actually that was Cosby. Back to the top of the key, Diaz, a lot of one-on-one. Pulls up, partially blocked. Good job there. Meyer blocked the shot partially. Went out of bounds, so the Eagles will have another opportunity on the baseline.
Coach from Eisenhower can't be happy with that shot selection. And he's calling a timeout.
I think he's going to go talk about it. 30-second, full. Looks like a 30-second. We'll just keep it right here. But we'll also fire it away with this right here. One of our fine sponsors, 8 Open, a Southern Kitchen, 601 Main in Quincy. OG Sandwiches, Signatures, the Horseshoe, the Smash Burger, one of the favorites out there. Come down, check them out. Wednesday through Saturday, 11 to 8. Turn around on, 11 through 8 on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Thank you. Saturday, noon to 9. That's 8 Open, a Southern Kitchen, 601 Main, Quincy, the 6th Street Promenade.
Very, very impressed with the defense by the Comets here. You know, I mean, they get out after it. They're keeping in front, and good job.
Out of the timeout, a double screen out high, and a three-pointer fired there by Cosby, set behind a double screen. Brings it within 2. Comets still with a 7-5 lead. Comets get it to half court. Comets break it. Down below. Probably a travel. Oh, and maybe getting away.
The big guy.
The big guy gets it again, but I actually thought maybe we did a jump stop, Lubeck did, and then he moved his foot, so it could have been a travel.
Well, and that's one thing. We've taken it at him a couple of times now. Bring it down, bring him out of the basket, then shot fake.
I thought they called on the big man, didn't they?
Yes.
That should be 2, right?
Yep.
I saw 1 up on the board.
It hasn't changed since the last foul they gave him.
Well, hopefully that will be the case here. I'm going to mark it down as number 2, and we'll check it out there. 2 fouls right now on the Eagles. No fouls against the Comets. Our southpaw up there off the front of the iron. Baker had it, but it was tipped. On the floor. Everybody's on the floor. And right in front of you.
That's what you want to see right there. The 50-50 ball. Both teams are going at it strong.
Right in our window. Right here in your front. Your front in the couch.
Yep.
I love it in the living room. Comets will get it with 3:22 left in the first.
Where else would you want to be, you know, on a Saturday afternoon?
Shot from the left side behind the 3. No good. Long rebound. Tipped around, bounced off 4 guys like a pinball.
Well, good job by Freiberg getting his fingertips on the ball.
Lubeck goes into the contact, misses the shot. Rebounded by the Eagles. Half court set. Off the left side, Cosby, he made that last three-pointer. His numeral counterpart, Ufkus, guarding him each wear number 4. Lobbed inside, way over the head. Ufkus comes over, weak side, help for the steal.
Well, yeah, once again, good job of fronting it and then coming over weak side.
Ufkus to the right side, down to the corner, Schultz to Freiberg. Freiberg looking for a cutter. Charlie will bring it back out, top of the key. Ufkus starts to drive, little floater, good. Nice job by Ufkus on the floater. We've seen that floater before here last year and with the Blue Devils these days. That's Parker Douglas.
Whoa.
Left side, Cosby, long three-pointer.
NBA
Wow.
3 there.
That was near Springfield. And a turnover there on pressure. Coach Belt saying, hey, bring it down here, secure the basketball. Substitution, Freiberg heads out into the ball game. Number 15, that's Henry Napide.
Well, you know, sometimes the secondary breaks are better than the initial breaks. Slow it down, let somebody slice through, give him the pass for a layup.
Ball goes to the right side. Also new in the game, Lamar McDonald. Actually, he did start, didn't he? McDonald went into traffic. Comets commit a foul. On the drive, though, it will not be a shot. Foul called on number 11. 11 was Bunty in. I didn't see him in there.
12.
Thank you very much, because I didn't think we had 11 in there. Caden Schultz, his first foul. First on the Comets.
Well, I like the pace of this game.
Cosby passes up the shot, then tries to find another one. Wow. Mamadou Baker almost went over the back with 2 fouls. I got a feeling he must have called that other one on somebody else, because I wouldn't be playing that aggressive with 2 fouls this early in the game.
Great job of boxing out by the Comets.
Lubeck takes the shot. Had a little drive there off of the 1-2 step with a pull-up as he got it in the high post. Flying down, weak side rebound. That's Beckham Ufkus. Good job there, Beckham.
Love the pace of the game. You know, they've got 5 points here with 1:25 to go in the first quarter. You know, it's going to be a 40-point game, and I like the Devils in that game.
Taking down the corners, Napide. Beckham came to get it. Coming down there for the Eagles was Lamar McDonald, knocked the ball out of bounds. And the ball will be in that corner. Look at the Devils, the blue and white shoes. I like that. The other side, we got, I love the guys who are wearing the one yellow shoe, one white shoe. That's inside. That's Diaz. And fixing his shoes right now in the corner. Popping back up as he tied them in the green shoes. That was McDonald. In the half-court set. Left side. Meyer. Meyer brings it around to the front. Ufkus on the right wing. High post, Lubeck. He's got the big man on him. Trying to get him. Stepping in. Took it in. That's a block shot. And he didn't have to move either because he's got such a long wingspan.
Good try to get that third foul.
In transition, Cosby, the high archer. Cosby shoots that ball. And I'm going to tell you what, it is high up there. Hits the three-pointer. 9-8. Comets still lead. Under a minute left in the first quarter. Lincoln Brown into the ball game. Left side, Meyer.
Slow it down, fellas.
Meyer to the free throw. No good, Lubeck. Rebound on the other side for the Eagles.
I don't like the last shot on that possession.
We're down to 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Long shot out front. Wow, that was way out there. And if you got a guy 6'6" inside, he can get the rebound. That shot was by Crawford. They're not afraid to shoot, but you got the height in there. Ball was last touched by the Comets.
And he's always around the rim, too. I mean, he's 5 foot, you know, all the way around the basket, you know, with a lot of length.
Ball was tipped out, 22 seconds left in the quarter. Good job of stopping Crawford on his drive. Check that, Cosby. Here comes Crawford. Crawford has it now with the headband. Goes all the way in, off the glass, no good. Gonna have to stop it.
Oh.
We had a foul. Baker was going after the ball. I believe the Comets are gonna get called for it. 22, that'll be Lubeck, his first.
Well, you got to do that. You know, the big kid's going to get the rebound and put it back in. You got to go hard for that rebound.
He's flashing. Got to stop him. Shot by Cosby, no
rebound.
Good. Good hustle. Going out of bounds. Flying out of bounds was Lincoln Brown. Threw it back in.
Well, we got 11 down for
right, he did take.
Eisenhower.
There was a double screen. Angel Diaz was up high. It was a double screen so he could fire that shot. And Diaz went down. I'm not sure who got through there on that one. 0.9 seconds left in the first quarter. Have no idea what happened on the far side. I think they might be calling a timeout.
And once again, 9-day quarter, we're looking at Blue Devil pace here. They won't play in the 40s. This team obviously watching them shooting the threes. They won't play in the 60s.
Substitution. Got to go in and check in, young man, in his lime green shoes. Anthony.
Well, he's so excited to get in. It's like, my goodness.
Mississippi. It looks like Mississippi, but looks like disguise to begin with, so I'm hoping we're getting that right. Didn't have time to check with their coaching staff. Long baseball throw. No good, and we have played one quarter here at Taylorville. It's the 8th grade IESA state tournament. It's your Comets 9, the Eagles from Rockford Eisenhower 8, and we're back with more on mechasportsco.com.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer-battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
One quarter in the books here at the Dolph Stanley Court in Taylorville. Started off, first 2 free throws were by the Comets. The bucket on the other side by the Eagles. Big man inside. Comets rolled off 5 more points. They got up 7-2. Then 2 long 3-pointers by Jerry Cosby, the young guard with the number 4 on there, and he puts it up high. We've got enough height in this gym that you can take that real high shot. There's no doubt about that. Starting off the second quarter will be the Eagles basketball. Eagles with Crawford also in there with Cosby. The big man Baker still in there. Also McDonald rounding it out. On the weak side, he was open. Didn't get him the ball. That was our number 11, Diaz. Diaz looks like he bounced back after getting popped there. Checking for the Comets in a second. Beckham out here in the corner to Freiberg. And a good cut down, and that's Lubeck. He came down as a trailer, got the pass, took it up, and a nice pass by Beckham, Efkus, to get that to him.
Secondary break right there.
Long shot by Cosby, no good. Weak side rebound, Lubeck.
Freiberg's doing a good job on the big kid, keeping him off the glass.
Banging. Meyer, Efkus, Lubeck, Brown, and Freiberg. Goes in, comes out. Brown fires a 3 off the glass. Lincoln Brown drills the 3.
The bank is open.
By the way, if you're looking at replacing your glass, Anderson Windows from Woodmart Building Center, woodmartbuildingcenter.com. We were just talking about Anderson Windows the other day. Nice segue into that one. 14-8. Drive to the basket on the floor. Check to see which Comet got called for this one. 4:51 left, first half. Comets are up. Foul will go against number 20. That's Landon Meyer. His first of the second quarter for either team. Brown back out, checking back into the ball game. Caden Schultz. Schultz, Meyer, and Lubeck each with a foul. The big man on the other side, we've got him for 2, but we'll have to check on his next one. You get it in Lubeck, that's how you do it. You just throw it up high. Check that, not Lubeck, but Baker. Right side, Diaz with the basketball. Trying to go man-to-man. A lot of man-to-man. The southpaw pulls up, no good. I guess you can do that when you got a guy 6'6" inside. This time, rebound by Lubeck. Ufkus right in front of us. Ufkus gets out front, kicks it back to the high post. Landon Meyer looks for somebody. Finds Ufkus out on the left wing. Ooh. That's our referee out there. Ball dropped down, picking it up, going to the hole. Oh, a great job. He picks it up. That's Caden Schultz. Nobody wanted it. He took it and in for the layup.
Well, you got to win the 50-50 battles, during the game if you're going to win the game.
7 straight points to start off the second quarter. Comets are up 16-8, 4 minutes left till halftime. Cosby looking at the high post. Baker being guarded by Freiberg. Freiberg's got his headband on with his 2 black bands on his knees, just underneath the knee. Keep it stable. Back to the top of the key. Cosby now works against Ufkus. He gets help from Meyer. Meyer then steps out. There's a long 3, no good. Lubeck gets the rebound. And he's on the line. I would have thought since he fell down, it was both guys had a jump.
Both had him. Yeah, both of them had the ball, but the Eisenhower kid had his foot on the line. The Blue Devil kid did not.
And he fell to the floor, too, so that was one of those.
Comet ball. Not Blue Devil ball,
know.
Comet ball.
That's all right. Future Blue Devils if you got it that route. It'll happen. There's no doubt about it.
Oh, yeah.
We'll be catching that score from the Blue Devils from the girls' side up at Sterling. Starts at 1:30. Ufkus drives in, kicks it out to the corner. Left side, Meyer shot no good. Weak side, good job of Schultz. He tipped it, and then it came back to him. Lubeck gets it from outside for 3. No good. Freiberg keeps it alive. Baker tracks it down for the Eagles.
Great effort on the offensive glass by the Comets.
In transition, Crawford down the left side. Cosby got to pick him up. If he walks in the gym, he's ready to shoot the ball. Crawford waves him out, trying to go man-to-man. Lob, good help out of there. Beckham did a great job of going with his man and then stopping for weak side help. Got the steal. Freiberg looking to try to get it inside. He does. Lubeck starts to make a move. Gets it up on the glass. No good. Lubeck tries to get the rebound. Caden Schultz tracks it down. Good job, Caden. But a steal on the pass out. Got a foul. It's going to be on Meyer or Schultz. I think Caden almost thought it was out of bounds. I think Meyer's going to be called for that. That'll be his second foul. Team foul number 2 here in the second quarter. Back over to the Eagles.
They do the same thing as high school with the 5 fouls and
yes.
shoot 2? Okay.
I hope so. Here's a steal. Landon Meyer. Landon Meyer.
He's out of bounds.
Oh, Landon walked the tightrope. Just caught a bit of his shoe on there. And he had Lubeck breaking down for the layup. Good hustle. Landon takes a break, though. He's got 2 fouls. Coach does not want him with a third one here with 2:30 left in the first half.
Unbelievable defense by the Comets.
Oh, great job.
You know, I mean.
Team defense.
This team coming in averaging, 62 points a game, in the playoffs, and you got them to 8 here with 2 minutes to go.
Cosby, a long shot. Weak side rebound. Nothing you could do about that one. He was already inside. I almost said LaRue, but it was Baker. He got inside, got the layup, and at that height, point blank, it's a pretty easy and high percentage shot. Drive down to the basket. Cosby having to match up against Ufkus' quickness. Beckham gets to the hole. Cosby's going to commit the foul, his first, and the first for the Eagles in the second quarter with 2:03 left. Comets up 16-10. Ufkus to trigger it. Back to the top of the key, Freiberg. Lincoln Brown just checked in. One extra pass, right side, long 3. No good. Freiberg had the rebound for a minute, then it came away. Freiberg got it, and Charlie puts it up. Charlie stayed with it.
Great passing by the Comets. They made 2 extra passes to get the open look at the corner, and that freed up everything for the rebound underneath the basket on the offensive end.
Diaz has it at top. Schultz on him. Baker comes out. Freiberg trying to get him. Oh, and a great job at the hole. Did the ball go in?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. I was looking for Schultz to take a charge there, Coach, because he was right there. He got bumped. Instead, Schultz gets called for his second foul. If he had held his ground, I think he would have got the charge on there. 1:34 left. First half action. The big man inside, he's got 6 on the afternoon. Free throw goes, he's got 7. Nice touch as a big man as well. Full court pressure being applied. Lubeck will take it out of bounds. And they stepped inbounds. When Brown was going to give it to Lubeck, he stepped inbounds first. Wait for him, because if you're both out of bounds, it doesn't matter, because you can pass to somebody out of bounds after a basket. Back on defense for the Comets. Ball goes up there. Oh, Lincoln Brown was trying to go up there with the big man.
He almost got it.
Yes, in the right corner. 3, good. This time it was Crawford hitting the 3 in the corner. 2-point lead, 18-16 for the Comets. Full court pressure being applied. At half court, Ufkus comes by, takes it down, pulls up for the shot, no good. Tipped out, goes inside, and to the hole, Lubeck.
Big guy?
That's what we'll find out. He was there. Mamadou Baker was there. Nope,
No.
It's a different number. 1:11 left.
He's been so close.
Oh, there's no doubt. Caden Schultz to go to the line to shoot 2 with 1:11 left in the first half. Foul was called on number 12. That's McDonald, his first. Second team foul, I believe. Good job by Schultz. He hits the first one. Staying in the lane, Freiberg and Lubeck. Ufkus and Brown back at half court. There you go.
Nice stroke at the free throw line.
Very good stroke. 20-16. Comets have the lead. Eagles with the basketball from Rockford Eisenhower. That's Crawford bringing across the timeline. Using the screen with Baker. Now he goes to the hole. On the weak side, Brown commits the foul, but probably a good foul because at the block, it was a good pass, by the way, from Crawford over to Diaz. Diaz was point blank, so put him on the line. I'd say 15 foot.
Well, have him make it, and
yes.
you'll have him earn it. You know what I mean? That was too easy. Break down on the defensive end.
You got it there because it's a lot easier to make that 1 foot layup than it is to take the 2 free throws.
Oh, yeah.
59.1 left first half action. Stick around in the first at the halftime. Halftime will be brought to you by Best Kept Sod Farms. Diaz hits the first one. 1 to go. For the Comets in the lane. Back at half court is Schultz.
Make sure we box out.
Long rebound, and it was. Lincoln Brown stepped in front of Diaz. Ball came right back to Diaz, and Lincoln gets Angel Diaz to commit his first foul.
I was kind of worried about the big guy underneath, but, great job, fundamentally, by the Comets.
You had Ufkus and him both talking beforehand. Ball comes into the half court.
Oh.
Ball was lost on the pass there.
Be patient.
But taking the ball back away was Schultz. In traffic, trying to get the angle around the refs. No good. Baker gets the rebound for the Eagles.
I don't want the last shot, but that's me.
Yep. Diaz starting to make a move, reaching in, Caden. And you didn't need that because that's his third foul, I believe. It'll be the 5th team foul.
Well, especially the way we want to play. We want to play in the 40s. We're going down there with 50 seconds to go and going after it. Now, granted, we got a good shot. It didn't go in. But pull it out, bring them out, make them play defense, layups and free throws.
Nice touch by the southpaw, Diaz. In the ball game, Jensen Bunty. Bunty wears number 11. Schultz will have to sit there with 3 fouls. Second one.
And he's proving he can make free throws, so.
Yep, 3 out of 4 right now on the day. 1 point game. Comets lead.
Slow down.
2019. Going to the hole. It was out here to Freiberg. Freiberg with Lubeck. Lubeck loves to cut to the hole. And when he does, they get him the ball. And he went in strong, and Peyton will shoot 2 now. It's kind of hard to say don't when there's a good pass and a good opportunity, even though there's 31.8 left in the quarter. Foul was on number 2. That's Crawford, his first. Team foul number 4.
The thing that scares me is we're getting in the up and down race, with this team, and you don't want to do that.
What I do like is when our guys, Lubeck and those guys, when they do go in, they do ball fakes, they step down, they look for the foul, but and you try to get that one on Baker.
I'm just looking at the pace.
Wow, Lubeck hits the free throw, and they said he was over the line. Coach, you had a better shot there. I didn't look at the line, though.
I wasn't looking at the line, to be honest with you.
It was awful tight on looking at that, too. I thought he stood there. So we don't get the free throw. Head to the other end. Inside 30 seconds. Comets still lead 20-19. Crawford with the basketball. And he was throwing it past him. Ball's on the floor. Comets are trying to fight for it. Jump ball.
Our ball. Comets ball.
Checking into the game. I didn't see him come in. Isaiah Garnes. Garnes was on the floor, so he checks out. Back in the ball game is Bunty. Comets ball, but nobody in the Comets are taking out of bounds. Now Lubeck goes out there and take it in. All the way to half court to Freiberg. Freiberg right in front of us. Baker stops him. Down to 13 seconds.
Start getting into your set. Oh.
Lubeck. Good job there of recovering the ball. Right side, Freiberg for 3.
Oh.
No good. Weak side, Lubeck goes in strong. He's fouled with 2.6 on that one. The key there, the steal was happening out here. And helping out was Bunty. And if Bunty doesn't tip that ball, the Comets don't get it back.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's great effort. Great effort.
Foul was on Victor Gully Jr., his first foul. Lubeck connects on this one. watches his feet as well. Not this time.
Don't get that big toe over the line.
There
You're
you
in trouble.
go. You know, young kids, them shoes are growing. These kids these days, I see kids this age with 13, 14, 15s.
Yeah.
Second free throw by Lubeck. Good, 2 for 2. Nice job there. Down court, last second shot.
Oh.
Off the glass, off the
Around
rim.
the rim, yeah.
That was about as close as you can get on that one. And we have played 12 minutes. We're in halftime. And time for a break. Your score, the Comets 22, the Eagles 19. And we're back with the best kept sod farm halftime right here on megasportsco.com.
Spring is right around the corner with warm weather approaching quickly. Best Kept Sod Farm offers a full line of landscaping services. We can provide the labor. If you thrive on DIY, we can give you advice or recommendations on how to make your lawn the talk of the neighborhood. No job is too big or too small, and as always, we provide free estimates. Best Kept Sod Farm is a local company who strives for excellent customer satisfaction and takes pride in what we do. Contact us today by phoning or texting us at 217-779-0620 to discuss your project needs.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Ride the Baja Wave and refresh your senses with a blast of tropical lime flavor. Grab a Mountain Dew Baja Blast today. Do the dew.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Kunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
At Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, we believe everyone deserves a better night's sleep. Discover top mattress brands like Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster. Your purchase always includes free delivery, free setup, and free removal of your old mattress. Plus, enjoy 0% interest for up to 5 years. Better bed, less money. Only at your locally owned Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville, where comfort and community come together.
Sleep tight. Sleep tight.
And welcome back to Taylorville, the Dolph Stanley Court. And it's part of the Mecca Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight. Better beds, less money. Sleep Tight, Quincy, Jacksonville. That's sleeptightmidwest.com. And it's the halftime brought to you by Best Kept Sod Farm. It's about that time. We're going to be starting to put some grass out there. And if you're out there with Coach Longo, he takes up a lot of sod at the golf course, so they'll be replacing all that right behind him. Sorry about that, Coach. I just had to fire that one out there. It is halftime. Here's how the first half looked. Started this game off. Opening tip was won by the Comets. We got the first 2 free throws of the game. Eagles came back 2-2. Comets ran off a quick 5 points, up 7-2. That was including Landon Myers' three-pointer. Trade baskets back and forth after one. Of course, the 2 that the Eagles hit were both by Jerry Cosby, the short guard who's firing long-range shots out there and high archers. 9-8 Comets after one. Comets came out the second quarter on fire. First 7 points, built up a 16-8 lead, but you know the Eagles aren't going away. You had to play good ball if you got here. Back and forth. It got to be 18-16. Comets made 2 free throws to make it 20-16. 3 out of 4 from the line for the Eagles made it 20-19. And we closed out with Lubeck's 2 free throws, 22-19 first half. Good stuff out here, Coach.
Well, yeah, I mean, look, I tell you what, we're at the Comet pace right now. You know, in the beginning, keys to the game, we're going to play in the 40s, not the 60s. You know, this team averaging 60-plus points a game in 6-minute quarters. You got to make sure you're guarding the three-pointers, finding the three-point shooters, and then make sure you get your body on the big kid because he's always around the rim. And, so far the Comets have, accomplished what they set out to do.
I would have to say, Coach, the first half pluses defensively, the Comets are doing a great job matching up. And especially you mentioned Charlie Freiberg having to play the big man.
Yep.
He's 6'6", kind of hard to do. And with Cosby, even Crawford, firing from outside, they're getting the shots where you're not guarding them sometimes. And with that high arching shot, it's hard to close and block that shot. If you've got a lower arch shot, there's a chance to block it. But he's shooting that ball, and it's heading straight up.
Oh, yeah.
Who was it? I'm trying to think of some of the great shooters that we've watched before that with that high-arching shot. I'll have to think back, and I'll give you somebody here in a minute. But defense did good, and offensively, really attacking the basket and getting to the free throw line. First half, we are 6 out of 10. Should be 7 out of 10 with that free throw made by Lubeck, but they said he stepped on the line. And we've been 2 for 2, 2 for 2, and 2 for 2. The other two sets of 2 were open-ended. That meant we missed both those. But nice job getting to the free throw line, nice patience, and defensively we're getting out there and getting the rebounds too because Baker Mamadou, 6'6", is going to go, and that's how I think they shoot the threes.
6'6", he plays like he's 6'9", at the 8th grade level. Yeah, you know what I mean? And, the thing that's impressed me is we take care of the basketball. No silly passes, very fundamental, moving the basketball without dribbling. That's a big key, watching this team play.
And we've really done a good job of beating their press. They run that 1-2-2. We move the basketball. We do not hold on to it.
We get it up to the sideline here and then get it into the middle. And we've been going 2-on-1, 3-on-2, on our secondary breaks, basically all night.
And all day, too. All day, all night.
Oh, well, yeah, no, I'm sorry. I don't know where I am or what I'm doing right now.
A full week of Mecca basketball. We love it here. We wrap it up tonight, either right here at 6:30. It'll be the semifinal game, and it'll play the winner of the next game, which is the Bolingbrookes. Who did I say they were playing? Manuka, there you are. And so that'll be the last game of the day before we get to the 2 semifinal games tonight. Or we take a drive back to Quincy and watch the Blue Devils against the Batavia Bulldogs. And so either way, we get good basketball.
And we'll probably call the Blue Devils tonight the Comets. So,
and if it's Parker, Brennan, or Tim, they'll go, well, thank you, because it was a lot of fun last year.
Oh, great time.
First half has been fun. Wellman and Pettit here, 22-19, Comets with a lead. We'll take a break, come back with more of the best-kept sod farm halftime right here, meccasportsco.com.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
Dreaming of a new kitchen or bath that's as functional as it is beautiful? At Woodmart Building Center, we bring your vision to life. Choose from a wide variety of cabinetry finishes and styles to fit any space and budget. Our expert designers work with you every step of the way to create a space that's uniquely yours. From timeless classics to modern masterpieces, your dream kitchen or bath starts here. Visit Woodmart Building Center today. Find us at woodmartbuildingcenter.com or stop by our showroom at North 12th and Seminary Road, Quincy.
Back at halftime, back at Taylorville, back at Dolph Stanley Court. Wellman and Pettit. Thank you all for listening out there. We talked about Marvis Marv. He handles the officials. Jackie Litwiller is in here. She's handling it for the IESA. Chris Frasco is in another location. That's 2 of our associates. That's Associate Executive Director and Assistant Executive Director out there. Love what they do. And, of course, Brian Samples here is the Athletic Director, the junior high programs, and we had a good time with him last year. Starting with the first game over at the auxiliary gym with Mount Zion, but we're coming here with 3 games and a second-place finish for the Comets. That was some good stuff, so always love out there, and I think the officials are doing a pretty good job in the game, so we'll tell Marvelous Marv, hey, bring them back.
Well, to be honest, if you don't hear us talking about the officials, they're doing a great job. You know what I mean? Because that's what you want as the official. Be consistent. get in position to make the call, and go from there.
Yep.
And this group's done a great job tonight.
For all you young officials, I don't know if there are a lot of young officials coming up.
Well, that's the big problem.
Read the book, know the rules, get together and mentor with one of the older officials. A lot of times John Ortworth, who used to handle the officials, would bring in young officials.
Well,
start in your young leagues. I know we had at the CYO. You also had the Park District. Find yourself some leagues like that. Brian Opoka, a Quincy College baseball player, officiated. Then took it up to St. Rita. I think it was at St. Rita. I'm going to have to double check. One of the Catholic schools up in the Chicago area, and had a nice career. He was in there about the same time as Raby and all those guys. Raby started officiating down at the CYO, also along with Jake Tenhouse. I know Raby said, all of a sudden I come down in my sweats ready to ref, and here I got an official over there all dressed out to the T. It was Tom Ernst. And that's one of the first ones he had to go with.
Once again, I'm going to say the first 2 minutes and 6-minute quarters in the third quarter is going to be very, very important on the outcome of this game.
Eagles will have the basketball. We'll have to check with our official there about sliding a little bit. He was not over here in the first half, so we did not have anybody in our way. Sorry about that, folks. Crawford takes it to the hole. Crawford with a reverse layup makes the score. Crawford, he's got 5 points. Full court pressure being applied on the Comets. We'll check the lineups here for the second half. Ufkus, Lubeck, Meyer, Schultz, and Freiberg. In the half-court set, Meyer right side. Man-to-man coming. Diaz is on him.
Good
in
patience.
The corner. Ufkus tried to pass the ball around. Not going to get it around Baker. But then as he took 2 dribbles in, reaching in was Diaz. So the first foul of the second half will be the second foul on Angel Diaz. First on his team. Diaz is out there along with McDonald. Still got Crawford in there. And, of course, Crosby's out high. Expect him to be in there. He wants to be a shooter. High post, Lubeck. Lubeck trying to work against McDonald. Gets it out to Meyer. Meyer steps behind, takes the 3. Off the glass. Good job by Lubeck. Lubeck went hard to the hole. Went to his right hand. And it didn't get up on the glass to the rim because he got fouled from behind, I believe, McDonald. And that'll be Lubeck, Peyton, at the line. He was 4 out of 8 in the first half. Actually, he was 5 out of 8, but stepped on the line. Foul was called on number 12. That's the second foul on McDonald. Second foul against the Eagles in the third quarter. Lubeck with the southpaw. For all those who don't know what that is, that's the left hand.
Every point's going to be big in this second half.
5:01 left. We've only played a minute here in the third quarter. Lubeck's second free throw. Nice touch. He nailed them both. 24-19. Comets with the basketball. Check that. Back on defense. Man-to-man. Staying that way. High arching shot. Oh, my. Almost banked it on the opposite side.
Good box out.
Ufkus got it on the weak side. Beckham's pushing it down the court. Kicks it out right side. Setting up for the 3. Good from the outside. Caden Schultz hits the three-pointer. And that was a good job of Ufkus driving into the paint to kick it out.
Once again, paint touch, step in 3, recipe for a championship.
And we'll get that three-point sponsorship there as soon as we take the ball down the court after a missed shot. Lubeck has it. Hesitation to the hole. Off the glass. Count it! Lubeck takes it to the hole, makes contact, gets fouled. And I believe it was McDonald, which will be his third, and the third for the Eagles. By the way, that last three-pointer from outside brought to you by Woodmart Building Center, 12th and Seminary Road. Free throw no good. Baker gets it. Gonna have to check my scoring out here. I thought it was up a little more than that. Inside, shot taken. I didn't see that, Coach. I'm gonna give it to Crawford on the other side. 29-23. That doesn't seem right. I had us up in 32. Did we get him on the wrong side? I'll double check that. I think I made a mistake there. Inside, good pass on the left side.
Great pass.
Inside, Ufkus made the cut to the basket. Pass was by Schultz.
I didn't see who set the screen, but it was a good one.
In the half-court set, 31-23. Back on defense for the Comets. Left side, hard arching shot. Crawford, no good. Hard rebound, comes right back out. Lubeck gets it.
Good job of boxing out by the Comets.
Lubeck at the half court. That's the Beckham Ufkus. The crossover dribble to the hole. Oh, and a lot of olays. Ufkus all the way to the hole. Defense was just like a bullfighter.
Well, that's one thing about Eisenhower. They gave up 61 points to get here to Rockford Flynn.
Dropping it down low.
That's way too many.
Marmaduke Baker misses the shot. Came up a little short. Defense was strong. Ufkus got the ball.
Defense wins ships.
Freiberg gets it inside, lost the handle on the ball. Here comes the Eagles. They're off and running. The jump stop, the shot, no good. Baker was out there stretching out. They're going to say he touched it last. Comet basketball. Substitution, Freiberg's going to get a break as he's working his tail off on the big man.
Well, yeah, he's going up against 6'6" and doing a heck of a job.
Timeout taken. 2:49 left in the third. The Comets 33, the Eagles 23. Comets basketball right here, MeccaSportsCo.com.
This season on Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Yes, college football is back.
Our lives finally have meaning again.
After a really long offseason.
Look, our QB's on the draft slide.
Whoa! Oh, he's going. To where? Not where he expected.
Everything will be questioned.
What is this place?
Don't they know it's Saturday?
Everything.
College football is changing.
The Dr. Pepper flavors, too.
It's all connected.
Fansville Season 8.
I don't think I've ever seen someone slide so far.
College football, it's a Pepper thing.
Timeout taken with 2:49 left in the third. Wellman and Pettit sitting courtside. Coming out of the timeout.
Well, you mentioned go back and watch it. Make sure if you want to rewatch this game, MeccaSportsCo.com. It'll be up there right after the game, so check it out.
You got it. Eagles are brought back to half court. New guy into the game, number 24. That's Mason Carlton. Comets have the basketball. A little pressure at half court. Brings it over here to Lubeck. Lubeck, crossover dribble. Sends it left side. Meyer starts the drive. Meyer, shot. Oh, and Meyer got the roll, hit the front of the iron, and with a top spin, rolled in.
Good take to the hole, but good drive and then kick off and then take.
Comets lead with that nice little run here, 35-23. Carlton gets it out. Lubeck's right there, tips it away. Peyton said, "Are you sure it didn't touch Crawford?" Crawford, Diaz.
Oh, he's got an angle for that. You know, I used to do that all the time, and I get it by 50-50.
Yep, and if you're a gentleman about it, you know, officials like that.
Well, you voice your concerns, and then you let it go.
There you go. You don't do it rudely at all. I always talk to the officials back in the day. Crawford lost the basketball. Picking it up is Carlton. He just finds Crosby in the right corner. That high-arching shot. Good. Crosby hits the three again.
You got to find him, and you got to locate him, and you got to stay with him.
That's true. And
that's
he goes.
Three?
That is a three-pointer.
Go 3 threes for him, I think.
I'll double-check that in a second here as I'm watching Lubeck take it to the hole. Good defense there by Baker. Just caused the shot to come up a little short. Carlton had the rebound. And a three-pointer from Diaz in the corner, so back-to-back threes. Coach wants to call a timeout with 1:41. We just watched a 12-point lead drop down to 6.
Well, those are your 2 3-point shooters. You know, Diaz and
Crosby.
You know, you got to find them, you know, especially, you know, in the secondary breaks like that, because they're going to sit out here at the 3-point line and say, "Give me the ball," and it's going up.
The Comets had a nice stretch there as they started off the half. They were up 22-19. Stretched it out. I think it was 29, if I'm not mistaken, on that. So we had a 9-point run. Answered then with the bucket on the other side. And then we went on that 6-point run to build a 12-point lead, 35-23. Boom, boom, threes from Cosby and Diaz.
Yeah.
Back to a 6-point game.
Yeah, I mean, you got to locate those 2 shooters, you know, and make sure that, you know, you make them put the ball on the floor and drive to the basket instead of getting those wide open looks.
Comets will have the ball 85 feet from the basket. That's a high school floor. 94 if you're in the college ranks. Lubeck in the backcourt with Ufkus.
I never knew that.
Well, now you do. Now you know.
And I've coached on both sides.
That's one of the simple things that I've actually given. Usually it's some crazy information. Nap-eyed left side. Meyer has the ball. Man-to-man still coming from the Eagles. They play aggressive.
Whoa.
And there it is. He attacked on that one. Schultz.
Jump ball.
And I think Coach Bell was trying to call the timeout. High school, you get that fast timeout. That time is a jump ball.
Well, we get the ball on the alternate possession, but you like to, I don't know. I'll take the alternate possession to save the timeout for later on in the game.
Just so we don't lose the basketball. Napai to the left side of Meyer. There was a back cut. Oh, and on the back cut, it left Ufkus wide open. Ufkus, the ball bounced out. Good look, good cut, good pass. We just didn't finish it up.
They've run that play several times.
Baker had gotten the rebound. Marmaduke for the big man. He's in the high post.
Whoa.
Hesitation. Crawford sends it out to the left corner. Carlton did a little feet movement there. Diaz did too, and they got it this time. Diaz has the yellow right shoe, the blue left shoe, and one of those shoes moved.
Great closeout by Holbeck.
Lubeck.
Lubeck.
Yep. Avery played volleyball. She was one of our volleyball players for the Blue Devils this year for Kate Brown. A lot of fun. Bunch of good kids there. Can't wait to see that group again next year. Inside 1 minute left, third quarter. Comets have a 6-point lead and the basketball.
Get the last shot. Yeah, I mean, second quarter we had the ball twice, and quick shots, and they went down and scored. Get the last shot.
Lincoln Brown is in. That means Schultz goes out. He had 3 fouls, so he's on the third quarter without another foul. That's a good quarter from him. Inside 30 seconds left in the quarter. Ufkus with the basketball. Did a one dribble. Coming out to help Meyer. Oh, and a backdoor cut. Lincoln Brown. Brown didn't use the backboard. Point blank. Great backdoor cut by Brown. Great pass on the other end. Missed shot. Good rebound, Lubeck.
Go.
Down to 12.
Go.
Comets push it down.
Get into your set.
Right side. Landon Meyer pulls up. 3. Meyer spins, hits the 3. Down to 2 seconds.
Stop.
And the long shot by Crawford, no good. And a great job there. The ball went over. Meyer made a spin move, set up, drills a 3-pointer to close out the third quarter.
Good open look.
And that will be 38-29. And you know that 3-pointer was brought to you by Woodmart Building Center. Kevin Meyer. I've got the Myers on my mind now here. I'm changing his name. So Kevin Meyer, it'll be Kevin Vandemet when you get out there with the 3-pointers. He's got good wood. He's got a lot of things out there. Just go out and see him out here as we take a break. Third quarter's in the book. Comets 38, Eagles 29. Back with the fourth quarter right here. MechaSportsCo.com.
This stream is brought to you by Mecha Sports Co., your streaming platform for all 4 Quincy High School basketball teams. Be sure to subscribe and like on YouTube and Facebook. Just search Mecha Sports Co., and you won't miss a thing from QHS Blue Devils and Lady Devils with coverage for the QND Raiders and Lady Raiders on the road. Be sure to visit mechasportsco.com for the complete schedule of games and more.
I'd probably pull it out.
Back at Taylorville here. Fourth quarter's here. That's hey, baby, if you're home. Or you're away if you're a Blue Devil or Comet fan. Coming out for the last quarter. It'll be the Eagles basketball. We'll get in the half-court set. Carlton with it. One side, McDonald. Here's Carlton coming around. McDonald on the other side. Crosby hanging out in this corner down here.
Good defensive pressure.
Our official still in the line. Crosby steps inside, now steps back out. Fires a 3, no good. Inside rebound. Blocked there by Freiberg. McDonald with a shot.
That's the key, making Crosby put the ball on the floor, bounce back and try to shoot it instead of catching it.
Eagles basketball. We'll ask our official to be nice enough to move just a little bit out of the camera shot. Cosby to trigger it in. Crawford in the right corner here.
Oh.
And a foul. Was it on Peyton?
I almost thought that was a carry.
Well, that's what I
thought. Going at it, yeah.
I thought he was calling the
I didn't see no contact
the double dribble.
There. No reach in, no nothing.
They call it on Lubeck, coach? He was the only guy there.
I believe so.
They put a 4 up there. Wrong team. Inside, Baker gets the basket. He's tall, he's tough.
Well, a good entry pass. He's got good hands.
Comets with the basketball, leading 38-31.
See, I like Baker out there trying to guard. I hold the ball out there the whole rest of the 5 minutes.
Plus, if you go to the basket, then you don't have the big man out there defending.
Yeah.
Lubeck on the right side.
Yeah, pull it out, pull him out. There you go.
5 minutes left. Sub waiting over there. I believe that's Schultz. Lincoln Brown on the left side with the basketball.
That's one thing I've been very impressed is how they take care of the basketball and make good passes.
Lubeck brings Baker out high, 30 feet from the basket.
Yep.
Make him come out and guard you.
Oh, yeah.
Lubeck says, hey, get out of the way. I'll get it over to Ufkus. Ufkus going to take a drive to the hole. Ufkus back out.
Oh.
Ball was taken away by Crawford. Crawford down the court. Freiberg goes flying up. No good. And was that the smallest guy? Carlton tipped that ball?
I believe so.
Carlton got that tip. Of course, everybody worried about Baker, and we're closing out on him. That was a nice little tip from the sub. 30-second timeout taken with 4:32. 38-33. Another little 4-point run.
2 possessions. You know what I mean? 2 3-point shots, and they're up by 1. So, we've got to do a better job last couple times, not taking care of the basketball as well.
And one of our fine sponsors, Atlas Slice, 121 North 6, Quincy. Chef-driven craft pizzas and wings from an open flame high heat oven. Open Thursdays and Fridays 4 to 9, Saturdays noon to 9. Atlas Slice, 121 North 6, Quincy. The North Street, 6th Street Promenade. Back to action. We'll get you to it in a second. Lubeck taking it out with full court pressure being applied. Gets it into Ufkus. Now we clear out. Ufkus will work against Cosby across the timeline. Crosby picks the ball up. Ufkus needs help. Gets it out to Landon Meyer.
Patience.
Makes the spin move.
Patience.
Opposite side. Schultz is back in the game. We got a foul out high. That's a nice thing, though. Some of the fouls I'm wondering where they're at. But I like the fact that they're calling the fouls because, you're not going to reach and not a lot of contact.
Is that the 3rd foul here in the 4th quarter for them or the 2nd?
First. Both teams have 1 in the 4th quarter.
Oh, I was looking at timeouts left.
I saw that up there, too. I didn't want to go there. We went there one game where I think Longo did the same thing out at John Wood. We were having a tough time with that. Us old guys.
Spread out, guys.
Schultz got pushed by Carlton. Surprised they didn't get a call there. Now you get a call out there, and it's on Jerry Cosby. Excuse me, I said Crosby one of those times. I was thinking about Stills, Nash, and Young.
Yeah, well, you shouldn't have 2 people within about 4 feet of each other because, that leads to double teams and, bad decisions. Spread out, handle the basketball, make a pass because you'll get double teamed. Well,
Lubeck gets it into Meyer.
There we go.
Meyer a little more height there, so he went and came to the ball.
Yep.
Because you had Ufkus spinning off there for it. Ufkus goes all the way hole. Ufkus to the hole. Nobody stops him. I'll tell you what, he gets that first step on him. He's got the jump. And there's nobody back because of the spread out offense.
Whoa, fouled on a 3.
Carlton gets fouled out there. Caden's a little upsetting himself. He went the whole 3rd quarter without a foul. Now he's got his 4th foul. With 3:49, more importantly, that sends Mason Carlton to the line.
Hey, coaches over there teaching, this is how you got to close out. You're a little bit out of control on that closeout.
Yep. Always nice there. Coach Belt does a good job of that. Carlton's going to get 3 of them. He just hit the bucket from the one side. 2 more to go. Baker's still in there. We went to Baker early in the game and got him in a couple quick fouls, but the big man has played well without committing another foul. Now he'll drop back. McDonald drops in the backcourt as well. Full court pressure out of this, I'm sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Look at that. 3 straight free throws.
1,
Makes
2,
it a
2.
4-point game. Comets.
Oh.
Good job there. Coming up is Schultz. Lubeck, crossover dribble.
Block. Yep. Good call.
Boy, I tell you what, though, Carlton did a pretty good job of trying to beat him to that spot.
Oh, yeah. Just a half a step slow.
Yep. 3rd team foul. 2nd on Carlton. Substitution, Lincoln Brown is checking in. Schultz will check out with his 4 fouls, 3:45 left.
40-36, 4-point lead. Big possession right here.
Well, that's good for a junior high kid to step up there and hit 3 free throws in a row. Meyer in the back, and he's gotten fouled either Crawford or Carlton, excuse me.
Well, and that's their 4th, here in the 4th quarter. So rest of the game, Comets will be shooting 2 at the line.
That's Crawford's 2nd foul. As Coach said, 4th team foul. Going in the backcourt. Ufkus back here with Lubeck. Lubeck brings it up across the timeline, getting double teamed. Goes to Lincoln Brown. Lincoln came up. Good job. That kept McDonald from stealing it. And
good,
Coach
good
Belt.
timeout. Good timeout.
Coach Belt says, I got a timeout on that one. I'm going to re-talk to my guys here. Only up 40-36 with 3:29 left. Stay right here. We're not going anywhere. Games earlier today. O'Fallon won the first ball game. Second ball game was won by Colin Powell.
Well, would you call that an upset? Oh, no, Colin Powell was undefeated. I wouldn't call that an upset. Against
Michelle Obama?
Yeah, Park Forest.
So
Michelle
that's Park
Obama,
Forest
yeah.
and Madison on the other side.
And Michelle Obama, they won it last year against the Blue Devil, or against the Comets, excuse me.
Good ball game there. It went down to the wire. Excellent game out here. We mentioned the kid, Gully Jr., I believe his name, Kevin Gully Jr. Going to keep an eye on that in the high school ranks. Some of these kids. Ours made it right away as they were needed in the Blue Devil lineup. Coming out of the timeout. Ball will be on the sideline. Lubeck will trigger. Ufkus is out here. Charlie Freiberg's back in. Meyer and also
well, they're in a
Brown.
1-2-2 here instead of their man. They're going a little different.
Carlton up high. Crawford and Cosby.
Take care of the ball.
High post. Landon Meyer, left side three, no good. Weak side rebound. Baker comes up with it.
Good look, just didn't go in.
Definitely good shot, too. Crawford to Cosby. Cosby got closed down right away by Ufkus. That's one of the three-point shooters.
Great closeout, or great hedge, on that screen by Freiberg, yes.
And then Lincoln Brown brought it across the timeline. And then a foul.
Slow it down. The clock's your friend. You're up by 4 with, 2:57 to go, 40-36. Clock's your friend. Slow
Cosby
it down.
is called.
Make sure you get a good shot.
Cosby's third. 15 foul with 2:57 left.
Now we're shooting 2.
Lincoln Brown to go to the line to shoot 2. Lincoln's not been there in the game. He did hit that three-pointer in the second quarter. Was that the bank one, too?
I believe so.
Yeah, that's money. Speaking of money.
Good arch. Nice-looking shot.
Lincoln Brown makes the first free throw.
Well, especially with the pressure on the game as it is right now. Great shot.
McDonald goes out for the Eagles. Coming back in is Angel Diaz. Diaz will go down, and he'll replace Carlton, the shorter guy. He's number 24 right back here.
Diaz hasn't been in the fourth quarter. The first time he's back in, he's a good ball player.
Yeah, he got popped in that screen, too, so I'm not sure if that affected him. Second one, no good. Baker goes up high for the rebound. Freiberg and Meyer were both flashing in there, but didn't get a chance. Half-court set. Right side, Carlton. Starts to make a dribble to the basket. Oh, he does a runner from the free throw line. Oh, and he gets the touch, too. The runner, and I thought, oh, my gosh, what are you doing? And he pulls up, and the ball bounces in.
Whoa.
Comets, baseline. Freiberg takes the shot. Lubeck tips it on the floor. Meyer pulls it away.
Bring it out. Pull it back out.
Comets have the basketball.
Relax.
Lots of hounding in the high post, Lubeck. Wow, could have been a foul there. Ufkus goes back into Lubeck. Lubeck, opposite side. Freiberg off the glass. Lubeck with a great pass. Freiberg with the basket. Way to go, because Freiberg.
Well, Lubeck came up and drew the big kid out. Pass it down to Freiberg. Nice little kiss off the glass. About a 3-footer.
Charlie actually made the cut to the basket, too, to get that one. Baker got the rebound, missed the shot.
Hold up.
He just went up over Lubeck. There was no foul. And the second shot, the Comets got it, pushed it down the court. We've got a foul here at half court.
On Crosby, I think. 2 shots on the free throw line.
For Cosby, it's his 4th. Boy, get him with a 5th.
Yep.
You won't have to worry about them long threes because he just pulled up another one.
Yeah, one of your 3-point weapons, and, 5-point lead with 1:54 to go. Kind of need that.
43-38. Comets with the lead by 5. At the line, Landon Meyer. Landon hits the first one. First time he's been at the line. He's had 2 3-pointers today. That's 9 points for him. We're getting to the free throw line a lot today. Second half, we are 4 for 6, I believe. Make that 5 for 7 unofficially. More importantly, 45.
And I think there's going to be a lot more to come.
I think so, too. Oh, a nice block shot.
Yes.
Landon Meyer blocked the shot of Diaz on the wing, and the Comets got the basketball.
Whoa, slow it down.
Freiberg goes and tracks it down. Landon Meyer, wait for him to foul you. Lubeck driving in. Lubeck skips it back out to Freiberg. Freiberg Dufkus, keep away, guys. Hot potato.
Yep.
Over there, way too close. And
Well,
you know what?
yeah,
It got way too close to the sideline, and Coach Belt said that ball almost touched me. Freiberg almost knocked me over. He's checking to make sure he had timeouts.
Yeah, two guys over there holding hands. You know, you can't do that.
Full timeout. And here we are with 1:24 left.
Spread the
Comets
floor.
45, the Eagles 38. We're back with the end of this ball game, and a good one on mechasportsco.com.
Bet you outdrive you this hole.
If you outdrive me, I'll take $10,000 off every car sold at Kunis Quincy this month.
Daddy needs a new ride.
Back to action in a second here. You saw the golf outing, and hopefully it'll be warm out soon as Levi Billman and Jeff Kahn for the Kunis group. And I'm sure that golf course looked like it might have been done by Best Kept Sod Farm. How about that segue in there?
Well, make sure if you want to rewatch this game, mechasportsco.com.
1:24 left.
Oh, bring it out. There we go.
Meyer has the basketball.
There we go.
With a foul will be Baker. First time he's fouled since early in this ball game. We'll see how many they got up there. Meyer will head to the line. He just hit 2 free throws.
That's his third. Are we right?
That does make sense.
Okay.
Had 2 early in the ball game. Thought he
At
had
least
a
we
third.
thought it was 2.
But we thought it was 3 at one time, but
there you go.
I thought I was wrong, but I was mistaken.
Big free throws.
Meyer has one more. 1:19 left in this game. Second free throw. Meyer misses. That's all right. Baker gets the rebound.
Back of the rim, you don't miss it by much like that.
Back on D.
Oh.
Driving in the lane. Good drive to the lane. Losing the basketball. Crawford missed. Rebound came down. Baker almost had it. Ball was tipped out. Last touch by the Eagles.
Once
Full court
again, we
pressure.
got to play hot potato again.
Full court pressure in the backcourt.
Oh. Wrong guy to foul, I think.
They fouled Meyer. You saw the pressure there. I started with press, and I wasn't talking about the referee's pants if they were pressed or not, since he was right in front of me. Foul was called on this side by Diaz, his third foul. And as we've said, we've been in the double bonus. Now I like the double bonus at 5 fouls.
Well, yeah.
I still like the strategy of the 1-and-1. I'm sorry. Landon Meyer nails the first one.
So what's that? 4 out of 5?
Exactly. Thank you, Coach. In the fourth quarter, and that's
Yeah.
his first free throws of the night, too.
And the last 4, last 4 have been with not a lot of time left on the clock.
Both free throws were good.
Good pressure.
Gives the Comets a lead of 48-38. Comets back on D, 1 minute left. Carlton fires the 3. Off the glass. Oh, my goodness. Bombs it from outside. A foul right away. The Comets had a 7-point run. That's their second or third bank. Second bank for sure. Hey, the kid's got a shot. He's ready.
And he ain't afraid to let it fly. You know, so, and you still got 3 3-point shooters in there. So we got to continue, to find the 3-point shooters and make sure we challenge and make sure it's one and done.
Keep getting the ball to Meyer and Lubeck, both good free throw shooters. I think we got a good free throw shooting team from what I've seen. Second one good as well, 50-41. Comets with the lead. Shot from the right side, faking a fall down there. Rebound inside. Who is it? Landon Meyer.
They're not going to foul him anymore.
Crosby on that one. It was amazing because when he got up and came down, he was trying to get a foul down in the corner.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea from the 8th grader.
Oh, yeah. But they weren't going to foul him, so they waited for him to pass the ball, and then they fouled.
Foul was on Crawford.
You go finish it off at the foul line. That's the way you should do it.
Crawford, his third foul of the ball game. Cosby has 4. Diaz has 3. Baker has 3. Lubeck's at the line this time. First one off the front of the iron.
Low flat.
1 to go. 36.8 left. 50-41. Comets with the lead. Everybody's back in our backcourt, waiting to play defense.
You know, they're going to come down and want to shoot three, so you got to find a three-point. Oh!
Lubeck misses it, but gets his own rebound. Probably should have
fouled.
pulled it out, but that's all right. He tried to take the shot. Baker in the left corner. Long shot, partially blocked by Meyer. Didn't give it to him. Shot inside. Charlie caught a little pop in the nose there in the lip. Might have a little blood there. His heading to the line will be Mamadou Baker. He's going to shoot two. Freiberg's going to foul. His first of the ball game.
All right, let's make sure if he misses, you know, we got to get the rebound here.
Freiberg has played a heck of a ball game and only first foul of the ball game, Coach.
Well, he's been battling all day with the 6'6" kid and doing a great job.
I agree. Third team foul with 23.4. Baker, nice touch. He hit a blue-collar three earlier. He had the touch there, too. Well, again, we'll be watching all these kids in the future coming out of the Chicago area.
Chicago, this is Rockford.
Well, that too.
Right down the road for me.
Yeah, it's right. It's a suburb. So here we go. Second one no good, but the rebound came out. We didn't get it.
Oh, almost got that steal.
Carlton was trying to take it. Now he does a step back. Carlton misses. Rebound, Lubeck. Lubeck with the left. 13 seconds left. Foul called. 11.7 seconds left. Lubeck throws the long pass down to the farthest official. Who was the foul called on?
Looks like we'll be back tonight, baby.
Cosby. So he gets his fifth foul. So with 11.7, Cosby ain't going to put up any last-second shots. Lubeck's in there all by himself on the free throw line. Misses the first. He does have Crawford and Baker in there, but they're on the other team. Checking into the game.
Was that three in a row?
Giving him a chance, yes. In the game for the Eagles for the first time. Now, Anthony came in earlier. Did Giuseppe? Lubeck. Ufkus is going to hang down here, too. Good. Lubeck gets one of two. Eagles roll the basketball. That's why Ufkus is up there. Long pass down court. Back out. Crawford takes a three. Crawford nails the three. Ball's out of bounds. No sense even bringing it in. And there it is. The final buzzer. We're heading to the semifinals again, Coach.
Yes, we are. And hopefully we'll have a good scouting report for you tonight, because I think we're going to stick around and watch the next game.
Good job, Comets. Comets, 9-8 after one, 22-19 at the half. Stretched it to 38-29 after three. Close it out at the free throw line. We'll have it in the postgame show brought to you by Hardee's at 30th and Broadway. The final 51-45. The Comets heading back and bringing home hardware. Coach Belt does a nice job of talking over there to Mamadou Baker. Good ball player, good team.
Oh, yeah.
And we wish the best to the Rockford Eisenhower team, the Eagles. We've knocked them out the last 2 years. They went on. Did they win third place last year after we beat them in the semi?
I have no idea.
I don't either, Coach, and I'm going to have to double check that. So, well, that'll do it for the regular portion of our broadcast. Coming up next, the Hardee's postgame show, the coaches' comments. More importantly, the Comets advance to the semifinal. Your final score, the Quincy Junior High Comets 51, the Rockford Eisenhower Eagles 45. And this has been Comet Basketball right here on MechaSportsCo.com.
If you're building a house, remodeling an older home, thinking about a new deck, or need a whole new kitchen, Woodmart is your project partner. Since 1978, Woodmart has been the most trusted building materials and kitchen and bath design company in the Quincy area. At Woodmart, you'll find enthusiastic, experienced professionals helping you through every phase of your project. We offer smart advice for the contractor or do-it-yourselfer and top-quality materials. Woodmart Building Center, 2000 North 12th Quincy, your project partner since 1978.
Spring is right around the corner with warm weather approaching quickly. Best Kept Sod Farm offers a full line of landscaping services. We can provide the labor. If you thrive on DIY, we can give you advice or recommendations on how to make your lawn the talk of the neighborhood. No job is too big or too small, and as always, we provide free estimates. Best Kept Sod Farm is a local company who strives for excellent customer satisfaction and takes pride in what we do. Contact us today by phoning or texting us at 779-0620 to discuss your project needs.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.
And welcome back to Taylorville, the Dolph Stanley Court. More importantly, the 8th grade state tournament. And it's the Hardee's post-game show brought to you by Brian Harms right there at 30th and Broadway. Stop by. It's time for 2 fish, $7, Alaskan pollock. And, of course, the trivia question the other night, the Blue Devil game. That was a pretty fun one, by the way. The Comets, 9-8 after 1 quarter, 22-19 at the half. Cut it to 3, or actually cut it because they built it up in that quarter a little bit. Third quarter, 38-29, and the Comets withstand the fouling in the defense out here on the Eagles. At the fourth quarter, free throw-wise, 9 free throws, 9 for 14, I believe there. We'll do that unofficially as I'm trying to do the math on the run. But closing it out with a victory, 51-45. Comets improved to 19-5. Rockford Eisenhower, the Eagles fall to 23-4. And that means the Comets advance to the 6:30 game. They're going to play the winner of this one right now, and they'll play the winner of Bolingbrook Brooks and Manuka later on there, Coach. Good ball game.
Oh, yeah. I tell you what, very impressed with, how they handled the pressure, of Decatur Eisenhower. Excuse me, Rockford
It's easy to do. It's easy to do.
Because they wanted to get them down the floor, and they were out pressing, full court. They handled the pressure. They took care of the basketball. When the shot went up, they made sure they blocked off the big kid, off the baskets. Did a, great job, on the defensive glass. And then, got a good shot basically every time down the floor. But that's what you got to do to win these kinds of games.
And I'll give you the unofficial scoring because I've got my running score and I've got my score. I'm just missing a 3 on one side and a bucket on the other. And guess what? I can go back later and check it out on mechasportsco.com, and I'll be able to pick up the official book there. So my unofficial book is Coach Belt comes out here, and we'll wait to do the book here as he comes rushing out. Wasn't as fast as Coach Dance, but he is out here quickly. He didn't have to get out. Of course, last night, Coach Douglas had to get in and out quickly because
the bus.
Yes, there was a certain time limit on. The bus had to be back, I guess, and sitting for 8 hours before it could take off again. It went to Galesburg and went last at Galesburg and then today to Sterling. And we'll look for a score there. If anybody does have that score,
please send it to us.
Yes, there's no doubt about that. I'm looking for the possibility of someone sending that. Did not get that. Final score again was 51-45.
Congratulations.
Good job out there getting Coach up here as he had to talk to Marvelous Marv first. And with us, Coach Belt. Well, Coach, great ball game out here. Great job from the start defensively. I thought that it really started there. You handled the basketball on the press as well, so on both ends of that, the Comets were ready to play.
Yeah, I mean, these guys just keep defying the odds, and they come to work every day. Even though we don't win, sometimes when we don't practice the best, the effort level is there, and they're just doing what we ask. And as a coach, gosh darn, I'm just proud of them, and I appreciate everything they do.
Caden Schultz got that third foul in the first. We got him out. He went the whole third quarter without fouling. That was pretty darn good. Then talking about fouling, once the Eagles started fouling, free throw shooting, and I'm going to tell you what, Landon Meyer, 7 out of 8 in that run there. Lubeck had his day in the first half. He had 4. He had 7 free throws as well. And if we can get to the line and shoot that well, especially at the junior high level, you will advance.
Yeah, free throws make such a big difference in a game that's close, especially at this stage in the year when every game can come down to one play. And I know that we can make those because we've done that in the past. We just got to relax and have fun with it and not let the situation be too big. And the guys are rising to the occasion. I'm proud of them.
And now we get to sit here, watch the next game, because the winner out of that's Bolingbrook Brooks against Manuka, and we'll play the winner at 6:30 again today. And so, sorry there, Blue Devils, we will not be back for the Bulldogs. And for those freshmen who played last year, they're going, that's okay.
Yeah.
Bring back a trophy.
I'm sure all those guys are kind of following us in any way they can. And let's face it, we're all one family, and we're trying to build something. And Coach Douglas is, obviously the head of everything we're trying to do. But he sent me a text before the game, and I know Blue Devil Nation's following us, and they're proud of everything we're doing.
That's some good stuff out here. Coach Pettit?
Well, and I thought you guys did a good job controlling the pace, of the game. Because I look at them coming in, and they want to go in the 60s, and for 6-minute quarters, that's a lot of points.
Absolutely.
And I thought you guys did a good job of controlling the pace, taking care of the basketball, and sometimes covering up on the three-point shooters.
Yeah.
But I mean, they had some long ones.
Yeah, I mean, they obviously can put some issue or put some pressure on you as an offense. But our guys battled. There's some things we can clean up a little bit on the defensive side. But this might be the best defensive team I've ever had collectively. And they have proven time and time again they can guard people.
Well, I thought Freiberg did a heck of a job on the big kid the whole game. Keeping him out of the paint because, let's face it, you're 6'2", 6'3", blocking out 6'6". You got to make sure you block them out of the paint.
Yeah, Charlie and even Henry too. They might be a little undersized for some of these guys, but they like I said, they always say that we got a big heart, and these guys battle and they do what we ask, and again, if they do the little things, it all adds up at the end.
Fundamentally sound.
Yeah. They do a great job.
Hey, the good news is we're playing again today.
That's right.
I gotta love that.
That's right. We got 2 more games.
You got it. The next one will be on Thursday, so sorry about that. Blue Devil girls will be playing against UT. You're getting bumped there as well, but congratulations. Get some rest, get a good look, and we'll get the pregame here a little later on.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, guys.
All right, that's Coach Dan Belt. His comments are brought to you by the Cunis Auto Group, Faith Family, and Giving Back. When we return, more of the Hardee's postgame show right here, MeccaSportsCo.com.
Cunis Auto Group is proud to sponsor Mecca Sports Broadcasting.
If you're looking to score your next new ride, be sure to visit Cunis Honda.
And Cunis Hyundai of Quincy.
With over 300 new and used vehicles to choose from, you won't find a selection like this anywhere else.
Plus, give your vehicle the game plan to success by servicing with our new state-of-the-art service center.
Visit Cunis Auto Group of Quincy on 36th Street and see how Cunis makes it easy.
Better bed, less money at Sleep Tight in Quincy and Jacksonville. Shop Tempur-Pedic, Sealy, and Stearns & Foster with free delivery, setup, removal, and 0% financing for up to 5 years.
Sleep tight. Sleep tight.
And back here at Taylorville, the Mecca Mobile Studio, brought to you by Sleep Tight. Better bed, less money. Quincy, Jacksonville. That's Sleep Tight. Midwest.com. That's the slow version out there. Wellman and Pettit and the Hardee's post-game show. And tell you what, Eagles got a nice-looking ball team. 2 years in a row, they're getting tired of seeing Quincy. Last year it was in the semifinal. This year it's in the quarterfinal. Both sends the Eagles, but I like their team. Again, we'll be watching these kids wherever they end up going to high school to see and say, I remember that guy. And you do. Those things you remember as you're coming up, especially when you faced each other in a state tournament setting.
Yeah, I mean, great atmosphere. Very, very good ball game. Hard-fought game, and we took care of business on the free throw line at the end of the game. That's a key. That shows that the kids are going to go to the line, take care of the pressure, and knock them down.
Hey, let's do the box scores here. I've missed 2 points for the Comets. It was in the third quarter. I can tell because I look at my running score over here. So between the running score, giving you the call, and then putting it in, I'll find out who that is. And then on the other side, it's a three-pointer late, and it's either going to have to be Cosby or Carlton. He didn't bank 2 in the fourth, did he? And I know he banked 1, Carlton, so I'll find that one out. But good news is I can check it out. I don't even need to look at the books here. So here's the way we are unofficially. Landon Meyer, 15 points for the Comets. More importantly, 7 out of 8 in the fourth quarter at the free throw line. He nailed a couple three-pointers in the game as well. One in the first.
They were all pressure free throws also.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. I got Lubeck Payton with 11 points. He might have had the other two. I've got him for 7 out of around 14. That was one because he stepped on the line there. I'll double check that. 7 points out of Caden Schultz. Good job there. He had a 3 in the third quarter, and he stayed out of foul trouble after he had 3 in the first. 6 points out of Beckham Ufkus. 6 points also out of Charlie Freiberg, who had a great defensive game out there against the big man. 4 points, Lincoln Brown. Lincoln hit the three-pointer. I think Lincoln's might have been the three-pointer for us. And that is the scoring. Looking down the lineup, seeing who got in there but did not score. Jensen Bundy was in there for a while. Henry Nappide came in, had some good minutes as well. And I think that wrapped it out. Nope, Isaiah Garnes. He came in for a moment there, number 41. And that rounds it out for the Comets. Other side for the Eagles, unofficially, because we're missing 3 points out of here. You've got Mamadou Baker, the big man inside, 10 points. Mason Carlton didn't come out until the second half. A little shorter guy, but he hit 3 free throws in a row when he got fouled at 3. He had 10. He might have had 13, actually. Look down, Cosby had 9. That could be the other one with 12, so I'll look at that. Crawford had 7, and Angel Diaz had 6. Checking the rest of the guys that might have got in. Lamar McDonald started. Lamar McDonald was in, did not score. Anthony DiGiuseppe, I love that. And Victor Gully Jr. also came in the game, had a foul. And I think it rounded it out for Coach Derek Branch's squad as well. So there's your official, unofficial scoring, unofficial, official. There you go. Coach Pettit, last thoughts.
Great effort today. And I think they're going to have an advantage, coming out for the next game because they're going to get an extra hour and a half of rest, hopefully get off their feet, get something good to eat, and then come out ready to play tonight. And, let's get after it like we did today.
Semifinal game would be 6:30. We'll go on at 6:15 as long as they keep everything on time. For Coach Pettit, his last thoughts. I'm Jeff Wellman. Had a lot of fun here last year. We're going to have a lot of fun here again this year. No matter how they play, we're in the Final Four. That is the Comets with the victory today. Your Quincy Junior High Comets 51, the Rockford Eisenhower Eagles 45. And this has been a Mecca Sports production. We've enjoyed it. Everybody have a great afternoon. We'll be back tonight on MeccaSportsCo.com.
Brian Harms, I'll bet you got a lot of people asking for fish sandwiches this time of the year.
You bet. Isn't that great? It is that time of year. People always love our fish sandwiches, and they're with tartar sauce and lettuce. You can get that any day of the week. We got the beer battered Alaskan pollock back. I'm back from Alaska. We caught all kinds of them.
And what kind of fish are those?
Pollock. Pollock.
And you've got a special deal going on. 2 fish sandwiches for just $7. Right now at Hardee's, 30th and Broadway, Quincy.